Here we are in our Minnesota Vikings online user franchise. We are in Week 18 going up against the Bears, who have actually won a couple of games near the end of the season here. I have no idea what the situation is for... we might not have the bye week chance anyways, but it sometimes messes up. I don't even know how far EA wants to go with it with their seeding, but if we win this game, we'll be tied with the Buccaneers at 14-3. Did we play them this season? I'm almost certain we didn't, but let's take a look at the players of the week. And, head on to some of the more important things. Obviously, you want to win in general, but it is kind of important to know, if we have a shot or not, because I want to not injure my players if there is no chance, which I don't think there's any proof one way or the other. He does have way more points per game, but he has way more points allowed as well, so I don't know. What about the division totals and all that? He has 6-0. I think no matter what, we're probably going to lose it, but we're still going to try because I don't know. It's just EA doesn't seem to really care too much about their game, and at the end of the day, we might end up still getting it, even if he technically has the tiebreaker. But here's what the team looks like. I do not think we have any upgrades. Thielen, yeah. Always throws me off, Thielen and Kendricks, but obviously we're not going to use those because they're probably going to regress pretty hard. I'm going to use our Fountain of Youth upgrade on Harrison Smith, I think, as he is the most important player for his speed ratings. Like, Thielen will still be good without max speed, and Kendrick's the same pretty much, but Harrison Smith, him losing his speed would really make him kind of unusable. We obviously have our injuries. He has no injuries, and we're going to take a quick look at what his team looks like. I don't remember what kind of trades or anything he made, maybe some injuries and whatnot. Fields at the starter, a lot of morale drops. A lot of running backs not starting here. I don't know if that's because he missed minimums. Some speed at wide receiver, obviously. Cole Kmet, good catching. Left tackle's pretty solid. He got Orlando Brown in a trade with, I think it was like a Roquan, and he got a second in Orlando, which, if you're trying to keep it realistic, because, the Bears are probably going to lose Roquan, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. It's a trade that's iffy. He is pretty expensive. I would have just put him at middle linebacker and just used him, to be honest, and just paid him, but yeah, I mean, a very, non-athletic team and a very low overall team. You can see why he didn't really have the greatest of years. Going to have a high draft pick here, though, to likely end up taking a good defender, I would say. And that's about it. Let's get right in. Although you look at the overall, and it's really similar somehow. I don't really know how that's possible. Hey, here we are in Soldier Field. He probably should have, relocated it or something or redid the stadium, because I'm pretty sure that's kind of something that they've been trying to do for a while now. Of course, that bottom game, I don't know the results of that one. That might have already been shown, and I just didn't even pay attention to it. But very big matchup there is winner of that one appears actually, I think it was the Packers, but winner of that one might have stolen a playoff spot. I don't know. It's a pretty tough conference. It's going to be a potential 9/10 win team not making the playoffs. And Nwangwu finding a nice lane, but still, believe it or not, only gets to the 26. Be looking for a quick throw to Cook. Kind of want to get Rager involved. And there goes Dalvin early. And that dive, dude. The crazy dives are just absurd. Trap play, really didn't get much of those this season, as we really didn't have a playbook with trap plays. This time we do, though, so we're going to go with one, and we will find the lane. Dalvin, fighting hard, gets the first down, a gain of nearly 7. Actually going to slant Jefferson, which is kind of intersecty. And we're not going to get that ball off. He brought the blitz, brought 6 players, got there just in time. We did have Jefferson, so I wasn't just straight up forcing it, but we just couldn't get it off in time, sadly. Had enough time to get my reads in, considering we didn't really have that much personnel there blocking. Yeah, it's not a terrible play. And there goes a wide open Jefferson. And that time, the way early dive did not pay off. Not that it really mattered, though. I never have enough time to throw this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be very careful and not try to roll out left. He still covered that. I'm surprised. Probably should have just went to Rager. He went all the way with Thielen. Terrible throw. But going to be a second down anyways. Good pocket. Just Mon throwing kind of wildly. Just a little wildly for my liking. I'm actually going to run it on the inside here. If Irv gets out to the edge, could be looking pretty good. And he doesn't. Good cutback by us. Man, our blockers really let us down on that one. That one should have been a successful play, and it just wasn't. I don't see how you could really be bringing a blitz, but I'm still going to bring Dalvin as a blocker. And, of course, the moment you sprint, the AI breaks off the blocks, which is really unfortunate. And it will lead to a field goal, it would appear. Kick looks pretty good to me. It's up, and Chase McLaughlin could be the kicker for the future. Gets it through. It is really annoying, though, because I almost certainly assume he did not, contain. So that's just like an AI feature where you don't really even need to click contain anymore. The AI just does it for you. It's pretty unfortunate, but I don't know. Maybe he actually did click contain. I doubt it, though. If he's containing with the edge rushers he should pretty much never get pressure. Bring the blitz early, and we're in a pretty good spot. Brought the blitz. Didn't get there. Shocker. Shocker. How many players did I bring there? I brought at least 6, maybe 7. And we don't get there. That is something. It's something. Elijah Mitchell is actually in. He just wasn't in the number 1 depth chart spot. And Wanham, who is just so slow. I guess it wouldn't really matter if it was Za'Darius or not. Oh, wow. What a hit late by Harrison. Our team's really been letting up a lot of yards lately. It's crazy. I thought I had that. Oh, guys! What is Harrison Smith doing? I can see why the majority of the league only sits in man coverage. Who is he covering? I'm covering so much there, and he's covering nobody. And our guy lets the edge go. Good thing for me to be there. Cause him to cut in. He gains 4 instead of what probably would have been a touchdown. Like, Harrison's a 90-plus overall, sitting in a purple, and he's, like, under 10 yards deep. The guy walks right behind him, and he's just like, yeah, well, I'm too old for this. Basically, to be honest. There we go. Finally, some run D. He kind of ran into a pretty bad situation, I will admit. And it could be time for, like, a little cheeky blitz. Maybe not. Let's contain, run the man, and then kind of use Kendricks as a spy, really. Is that Dancer against Mooney? Ugh. I like that he put him outside, though, because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to defend that, I'd say. Doesn't really have anyone open yet, but that's the danger of... I can't get across. Fumble! Recovered by Scene. I'm holding the right bumper. That was a late slide from him. I can understand that. I probably would have taken the full hit, let alone a late slide. Like I said, I probably would have went for the full slide. And that's pretty good. Thielen with the one-hander, not bad. A couple of one-handed plays in a row now, if you consider that recovery. Which, to be honest, wasn't an easy recovery, you know? Rager, I mean, I'm looking at it. Oh, wow, is that Irv? Irv looking pretty open here. Giving him the wiggle. Finding some room down the sideline. He's got a little bit of speed. All the way down to the 27. What a little move. Not bad. Play action. He's pulling them off, but he does have a pretty stacked box here, so I probably like... I mean, there's really no point in blocking a tight end. It literally gets you in trouble more than it helps. And there goes Irv again. Really wish he had a scenario here, because he'd be very much so on par to get it. Either way, we'll take, whatever we can get statistically. I think we are going to run Dalvin in here. That's a good try. Dalvin gets hit last second. That almost gives him the score. Shotgun from the 1 is always iffy, but I just don't trust our blockers, dude. This is a tough call. And I just had right bumper. Pretty good blocks considering. He brought a lot of players there. It might be time to run Ty Chandler. I mean, the fact that he's pulling that guy off tells me he's not all in on the run. Actually, why would I think that? Not that it matters. I was going to run there every day of the week. Oh, they're trying to tell me to go for it. I don't agree with that. We just went backwards multiple plays there. Or maybe not backwards, but we didn't go forward. We're taking our field goal. I also don't see our marker at all. That could be like something in the zone, but it's not anyone's... No one's really in the zone here. Might just be me not used to actually playing on All-Pro or All-Madden, whatever it is, because a lot of the games have been kind of locked at like Rookie or Pro, because there's another glitch in the game for that as well, which, great. We need more glitches this year. But yeah, he's doing a really good job on defense. Was doing a pretty good job on offense and doesn't need to worry about it as the blocks are perfect. And a rather slow Byron Pringle's going to return it for a touchdown. Almost got him, though. But once again, the blocks nearly perfect. I mean, Nwangwu almost had himself a chance there on his return, and obviously he's had multiple this year, so that's an unfortunate, forgetful mistake from me. It's a nice little cut there by Nwangwu, to be fair, but doesn't even get to the 25 on it. I suppose statistically speaking, not bad, right? We're going to have ourselves more stats, but as far as losing to a 4-win team right at the end of the season goes, pretty bad, because there's a chance of it. And that's a pretty good throw. Rager gets popped, but the possession holds on to the 47. Not bad. Good throw. Didn't even know who hit us there. He's got a couple of good hitters back there. I'd imagine Brisker and that other fella are pretty decent. This run had so much potential, but it's a draw type play. And there goes Dalvin, finding some room. Dalvin getting to the 28-yard line. Never mind. Would actually, kind of worked out. This is, once again, the Buccaneers playbook, which I think we're probably going to just run for the postseason. It's a little late in the year to be switching playbooks even more. And we're going to go to Irv last second. I wanted that out route. What a stiff arm by Irv! Oh, look at him fight down to the 4. Not half bad. That's pretty busted. I trust Rager, but I don't trust the blocking. And there goes Rager. Touchdown. Nice. Good play. He should have pressed there. Maybe he did and just didn't give it to him. I don't know. Goal line is a little weird sometimes. But that's a really good response drive to a kick return touchdown, so we'll take it. That's a really long, well, maybe not long, but it was a long drive. It was quick, a lot of yards. Sitting in that 3-4 look, trusting the corners on the outside. Our corners aren't great. That's a good play by us. And a fumble on the fight. I have not seen one in a while, in this league at least, because we have our fumble sliders way up. You cannot fight on fumbles like at all this year. Or not fumbles, but tackles. The fact that I'm throwing to Irv oh wow, what he dropped it. The fact that I'm throwing Irv so much and he doesn't even have a scenario is hilarious. Like, I just look like I'm cheesing Irv. He's just kind of open, and he's got one of the guys that are lower on the board. Jefferson on the streak. I guess we trust it. We'll see. It's a real bad windup by Mond. Holy crap. It's crazy how we, to be fair, we didn't really show any threat of running the ball that drive, but it's crazy how we can move down the field so well, and then all of a sudden we get really good field position and we're just dead in the water. Like, we're just selling on those drives so hard. Let's get some blocks for once. I kind of want to slant Osborne, because otherwise I'm just making it so easy to cover here. We almost lost our field position there. Actually could have with the wind. I don't know. Took a long time to develop. I really didn't even pay attention to Jefferson's route, but I was just about to yeet it to him because I was like, screw it, one-on-one, why not? And with this field goal going up, looks pretty good. We will be up by 9. And the blocks have actually, the block shedding, the lanes on the defense have actually kind of improved a bit. So we're a little bit less worrisome of the return. Once again, it's just some completely random. I don't know how it works, but just sometimes there's just a massive hole. I don't know if it's actually a glitch or if it's just realism in, the game. You get good blocks. That's how kick returns happen sometimes. You just get a good couple of blocks and you're gone. Might try to take it all, and Patrick Peterson with the user takes the ball away to the 50. On the run, the ball is actually really good there. It's just so far away. It's like 30 yards away. We have obviously enough time to get to it, and leads to another turnover. We just don't have enough time. I don't know if it's just our receivers are that slow, but man, that play in this user league, it just don't work. It could be, once again, our linemen suck, but his pass rush sucks. I mean, I feel like play action just don't work. It just doesn't work. You have no time. Go with a run to the outside. Dalvin finding some room. Nice cut attempt. It really is like more fun running the ball, even though obviously we didn't actually succeed on the play. But running the ball like that, kind of like waiting for our moment, we really feel deadly when we do that. It's kind of insane. This is going to be mid. I kind of need a drag from Osborne. I like Rager here. Well, maybe it's not. It's a good play by him. But once again, the pass rush. I am dropping back a little far, but I can't believe my blockers. I mean, these are bad pass rushers. It could be me dropping back once again too far, but those are interior guys, if I'm not mistaken, breaking free, no? It's a pretty good kick, but he will get a chance to return it. Got to play that edge. Yeah. If we come straight at him, he can cut it back there. It sucks. I'm trying to make a trade up in the draft, and it might cost me another offensive lineman, so I don't know. I might be a little hesitant. Oh, that's a good throw over the middle. What is that angle? Come on, EA. I slow down, and I can't turn back. I might actually start using Hunter, because our pass rush sucks, bro. It's so bad. Good hit by Booth to the running back. Anyone but the running back that probably isn't converted. Haven't really sat in much dime. He's, ironically enough, on this play he is, but hasn't really shown that much that he wants to run the ball, so it's not going to actually be a play. And that could be picked off by Bolden. Instead, it's possession or aggressively caught. It is a bigger player than Bolden in fairness, and Bolden's a lower overall, but man, that's harsh. And that's a bad read. We're also sitting in dime again. I just feel like it's better for coverage, and he hasn't really wanted to run the ball, so probably should have looked at the formation before deciding, but even in dime, it works out. Good D-line presence, and we only give up a yard. And I'm going to go back into dime again. We're going to go with some man coverage, though, which, you know, we usually aren't super great with. I'm going to keep this other side covered with Scene. And we're going to use our Smith. Tight end is pretty open there, although he takes too long to throw it. I think Kendrick's caught up a little bit. That's good coverage by us. Open field tackle of the gods. I think at 3 yards short. He almost kind of forced to just go for the field goal here to get some points on the board. And I think that's what he's going to do. Tough open field tackle. I think the smart play for him would have just been run against us. My intention was to cover the cutback, as we were able to hold him to a field goal. That's really good defense. Open field tackle like that, not easy. Scene is very athletic, though, at least. Probably would have been better off just letting the AI run that one, to be fair, but that's now we roll. Langway on the return. Too dangerous not to. And fighting gets to the 22 again. Don't really have a whole lot of time to work with, so no running on this drive, more than likely. Try to get that field goal back if we can. We just don't have the time. Oh my God. Good throw. Yeah. Yeah. I literally lead those inside. Says good throw. Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. That's a good throw, huh? You gotta switch off last second. Man coverage is not gonna work there. And Wanham. Surprised he didn't knock it out. It's a big guy going against him. In what world is that a good throw? What do they mean? The timing I blew that up on is insane. We're going to try to get the ball back again. That throw is an anomaly. I don't care what anyone says. Our man has been pretty good this season. I still trust him, obviously. Mon's still that guy. Maybe for now. I don't know. The draft could change. Depends on what we see in the draft. Inside press. And he's going to panic a little bit as he had a couple of openings on that right side. Going to use the last time to try to get the ball back again. I can't believe that. That throw was called good throw. I'm sure of it, man. You got us. It was a good throw, all right. And I thought there was a chance at the fake. He's in some trouble here, though. Yeah, the kicker is going to be sacked. I'm not really sure why he did that, but I mean, it is what it is. The one time I actually use our Kendricks, though, on that, like, what are the chances? What are the actual odds? That's a pretty good try. And now Remmers is hurt. Do we even have a backup for him? He's already playing as a backup. We just pulled his ass out of free agency. Does anyone want to, like, stay healthy this year, or what's the story? Like, what is this? Good hit. I guess we'll go for the spike. This game has definitely dropped back a little bit for Kellen Mond. Thankfully, he's not hurt. Now we have a 62, maybe 63 overall left tackle. There goes Thielen. Almost said Jefferson. Jefferson was the guy I was looking at, but smart play to set up a chance at least on third down to convert. I kind of want something where I can wiggle the left side, and this might be it. There goes Irf. Nice if he could have got that. I don't think they're going to let us spike this. They will. We got a throw to the outside. Hail Mary. What the hell? Relax, would you? Got a throw to the outside, maybe. I'm not, like, trying hard in the sense that, like, oh, I really want this game specifically. But it's just good practice for when, you know, we might actually need a situation like this in, you know, the playoffs. He's a pretty good route runner. This could be a quick throw to Cook, to be honest. That's a really good play. Gets the feet down, and we're going to get the field goal. Wow, that's a good play. Bond with a nice throw, too. What a play and a half. Holy crap. You see how that shot out? Damn. That was a nice little drive, I ain't going to lie. That was kind of clutch. He said it as well, which is pretty cool. I mean, I can't really tell what... He's kind of hitting medium as well. It's like short to mid. It's, you know, right in between that range. Pretty big field goal, you know. Puts us up by 9 instead of 6. Pringle with his only touchdown of the game so far. Oh, I just got blocked up hard. And I don't know if he would have went for the tackle battle on that one after his running back fumbled earlier. You know, that interception really sucks, but he had a couple of fumbles that were, you know, kind of RNG-like, so evening out a little bit on that front. Just a little. Might take the underneath. And wow, Fields just made a throw, dude. Like, I can't cover that. I don't have the speed for that. I knew he saw me, but man, I can't believe the amount of time people get compared to what I get. I just don't get any time to throw. His line is just as bad as mine, if not worse, because his tackles, I imagine, are way worse. And, I mean, even there, we brought 5, and he was able to kind of get that off. Had to bring 5 to do so, though. You know, I'm getting base pressured. If you bring a blitz and kill me, fair enough. But I'm getting base pressured, and it makes me sad. And he's kind of forced to throw that up. Long and really good coverage, actually, on Mooney. Bringing the blitz. Kind of bring Bolden off the other side. And that's pretty good coverage. Booth swatting it away, looking like a professional. Bringing the blitz on that one as well. Pulling off the user linebacker, though, and actually it was a safety anyways, but covering across the side. Didn't need to, though. The coverage was perfect. I was pretty much useless on that play. Well, I wasn't useless, but you know what I mean. I'll take it back. Screw it. Why not? Wow, look at Nwang with stiff arming, making me look a little bit better, because for a while there was an answer to that why not, and it was because you're an idiot. And thankfully he saved me a bit. Because that was a pretty bad decision that didn't really look too good on us. I wonder if he thinks it's a run. Oh, he got pot. Oh, my clothesline. He got overpowered on that one. That was a close call. Inside handoff. Ty Chandler finding some room. Ty getting popped by Eddie Jackson. This play's pretty nice. Feeling on the streak is questionable, though. And that is a very wide open Justin Jefferson. He is obviously the completely untradeable player, if you couldn't tell. He's, without a doubt, the one guy that I will not trade. Now, I need myself a quarterback, but I need myself a Jefferson more than anyone. These outs have been kind of deadly. It's just impossible to cover. But at the same time, we don't have that down-the-field, you know, presence for, you know, for passing. Our guys are slow. Rager's decently fast, but his route running sucks. He gets pressed off the line half the time. There's no chance with him, it seems. Side there. And Ty should get the first there. Inches. One of his players is injured. I'm not saying I've had mad injuries today, but at least it's not mine for once. Problem is here, he's going to think. I don't even want the play action. I'm just going to sprint out, I think. Man, that's so harsh. I can still go for it, though, because it's a yard. Like, he brought the blitz. I should have brought someone to the right just in case that happened, and it did, sadly. But, yeah, it's harsh because he got the call wrong. You know, he thought it was a run. It wasn't, but everything was to the left, and in general, man coverage locked up. So that didn't really help. I mean, that left side should be pretty open. And I can't get the throw off. I didn't even pay attention. He run mid again? How is he getting so free, though? Really didn't pay attention to his offensive line. I should have known that that blitz was coming, or that the pressure was coming there. I think it might have been a run commit. Like, did he actually get that kind of heat on a run commit? Bringing that heat. He's got that underneath throw. The throw's pretty much perfect. I switched to the deeper man to get help. 3rd and 3 now. Bringing the mid look, but I might pull off one of the linebackers. I don't think, honestly, on mid, I don't think you try to bait it out. I think you just go for it. I don't think you try to pretend like you're doing something else, because there's just no point. Oh, he's got a wide open player. He sets his feet smartly. I mean, just look at the blocking. Like, he probably didn't even need to run there. And this guy just pick it up. I did only bring 5 in the end, but that's because, oh, wow, that was a really bad throw. That might have been me. I didn't click pick. I was trying to get the swat in there, and I guess I didn't get that either. Yeah, that's not a good decision to run. I just can't believe, like, my blitzes suck. Our blitzing is awful. It's just useless. Inside slant look. He's actually going to run it, and we stopped him. 4th and 1. I mean, this is where you probably should take your field goal. He would only be down by 3 if he would have taken the first one, but he's going for it. I think you have no choice but to run the run commit and then just user the slant manually. Because Mooney pre-snap looks pretty good for the slant. That is just so good of a user, dude. Like, I mean, you can't really do better than I just did there. I mean, you just can't. You just can't. You can't do it. I can't. I mean, we can even blame him. That was just an insane user. I don't think Mon has the throw power to get this to Jefferson, but I want to throw it anyways. He dropped it. I think Jalen had a chance at it too. Went for the possession. Should have went with the aggressive. Might have been overthrown by Mon on top of it. He saw it coming. I just thought that it was just too hard for him to get there if I threw it right away, and I think I was right. I don't know. Like, if that is not a 2-point conversion, especially one that I'm, like, not technically needing that bad, absolutely not throwing that. I could see him. He got a little excited, and he inched his way towards the player, so I could see his inside linebacker, but I was just like, I just want to throw it. I just want to see if we can do it. I saw it. Doesn't make me look smart, though. And he was trying to take the running back. I think the safety gets there. Don't know, though. Can never tell with this team if you're going to make the smart play or not. It's pretty good coverage by us. And another throwaway. I want a sack, boy. Another year where we get more pressure with, you know, a weaker linebacker front. We bringing it. Over the middle is open. What a hip I seen. I couldn't cover it, though. I was probably out of range for it, and I needed to cover the underneath. So if I don't cover the underneath, that's open. And like I said, I don't think I get to that throw over the middle. I saw it, just didn't, you know, good read by him. Damn, look at him. Cole Kmet outrunning Patrick Peterson there. God damn. I mean, I think we're fine on corners for the future. Patrick Peterson, honestly, we probably should have had that. I think we did have the conversation about starting long over him, but we probably should have actually done it, to be honest. Oh, my Lord. These last-second throws are saving him so bad. We had that. He was thrown over the middle deep. Let's go with Asamoah. Could be that kind of crosser look. There's no way Patrick Peterson gets to that. I don't know how he drops it for one, but how the hell did he get to that? That must have been mad underthrown. Can't believe how bad Patrick Peterson is, though, this season. He's so bad. Like, his coverage is okay, but he's got, like, 80 catching or something. He can't catch a cold. I wish he could catch a cold. Well, actually, I don't watch that. Good choice by him. Here goes Scene. Can you imagine? He's pretty fast. I just don't know what his juke ability is. Probably pretty low. 3 points, 16 points, 6 points, and then a fourth quarter where you're probably looking to, you know, kind of clock it a little bit. See what we can do in this quarter. Once again, treating this kind of like a playoff game a little bit. Throwing some things in there that I would, you know, I'd like to test. These dive tackles are just insane. You literally just dive at the player, and it's just giving him the tackle. It's crazy. Like, the suction he's getting on those is pretty absurd. Just go Dalvin up the middle. It's a pretty bad block by 72. Ezra Cleveland's got to do better than that. That's a really bad block. Looking for Thielen. I don't know if he's going to get that deep, though. And there goes Jefferson holding the right bumper. Dalvin Cook on the inside. And some other guy gets us. Darisaw missing the block. Long term, at least. What is this? Deep fork. Okay. I'm down to try it. Osborne, Rager, Thielen. Jefferson's run that C route pretty nicely, but I just don't trust those types of routes. That's a really good route. Thielen catches it deep to the 48. We take those. I don't know what Thielen's yards are. 65 yards. I should have actually paid attention to what he needed to get to 1,000. Absolutely want him to get to 1,000, but I don't know if it's going to happen. And there goes Dalvin! That cut was sick! 48-yard touchdown for the Dagger. Wow, what a play. That cut was filth. Finally, some blocks in the ground game as well. Booth on Mooney. We're letting him go one-on-one. So if he beats that deep... Oh, that's a screen. Asamoah, actually. All over that. Not bad. Really good coverage by the rookie. He's had a weird season. Like, he's played really well, but statistically speaking of, didn't really come away with any crazy ones, right? Like, he doesn't have, like, a bunch of picks or a bunch of fumbles or some sacks or anything like that. And that could be picked by Smith. And instead... Cole Kmet just coming down with another one. Why not? And aggressive catches in this year's game is crazy. But you know what? I don't hate it because our guy is behind him. Kind of bodies him up. He's got like 88 catching. Fair enough. Oh, they're going to give me that with Bolden. That is surprising. I left my guy wide open. Bolden getting himself a day, I suppose. And that is how the regular season will finish for this Minnesota Vikings team. A 14-3 team that was looking for its identity throughout the year at quarterback. We feel like we have our guy for right now. Will that stay the same next season? I don't know. We'll see. Right now, the focus is winning the playoffs. You know, no quarterback is set in stone. If Mond looks really bad early, you know, maybe we play a snow game or something like that. Could be Kirk Cousins. So at this point, nobody can get in their feelings at quarterback. But Mond is right now our guy. He's played well enough. Really bad throw that, you know, led to a pick there in this game. But outside of that, for the most part, he's played really well this year for us when we brought him back in. And maybe would have been a better decision to just keep him in throughout and just live and die with that decision, as running game was pretty damn good. Thielen had himself 65 yards. Irv Smith, 116 yards. Jefferson also 65 yards, which is pretty interesting. 35 yards and a touchdown for Rager. And then Cook 2 for 2. Nothing crazy going there. Blocking, we gave up quite a bit of sacks. I mean, we had like no pressure base all game. Bubba Bolden, the rookie, 2 interceptions, both user, and then Patrick Peterson with a pick. Kyler Gordon with the easiest pick you'll ever get, where Kellen Mond decided to just throw it to him. Yeah, it's just brutal, though. Like, obviously it didn't matter in the end, but it's just, like, sure, we probably had some other guys we could have thrown to earlier, and we just didn't. You can see Rager wide open there, but, you know, that left side with the wiggle and all that has been kind of our bread and butter on clutch downs, and obviously it does get open there as well, but once again, he only brought 5, it appears. Maybe 6 on a delay, that linebacker and our right tackle, who is Darisaw. You know, he's playing right tackle instead of left tackle because of the injury to Brian O'Neill. Just gets beat. I mean, it's just like, what can you do there? Man, they've got to fix that. That is just so BS. Of course, Mon with his really bad throw. That was pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty bad. We got 2 upgrades. Jalen Rager. I don't know what gets you speed upgrades the most, but that's kind of what we need. I need short route, though. I think I'm going to go slot, because that is, I mean, even though he's playing the number 2 right now, that's kind of the type of player he is. Not really a good upgrade, though, I'm going to be honest. And it's a guy that doesn't get upgrades often. And then Kellen Mond. I mean, strong arm probably is his biggest need. His deep accuracy sucks in general. So we're going to go strong arm, hoping for throw power upgrades, as he's going to get a +4, which gives him 1 medium, 1 deep, 1 break sack, and 1 awareness. Iffy upgrades, but once again, he's our guy for now, and I don't know if we're going to be able to make a play for a quarterback. I've had an offer that would have been accepted if I decided to choose it, but man, it's going to cost a lot. I could throw that information out there. But I think I'll throw that out there if we lose the Super Bowl or, the playoffs, whatever happens. If we lose in the wild card divisional conference. Now, if we win the Super Bowl, it'll be a little bit of a different conversation. It's like, maybe you don't need a quarterback. But if we don't win the Super Bowl, I'll probably bring it up in the end of the video of what the offer could be and what kind of the plans might be for a QB. Because I would assume that's one of the main reasons why we would not win the Super Bowl is because we have a 67 overall starting quarterback. But anyways, a 14-3 season where early on we looked really bad, yet here we are finishing out pretty strong here with almost a perfect season. I know our stats aren't super great, and we've had some close calls, but overall a lot of wins, not a whole lot of losses. That's all you could really ask for. Anyways, thanks for watching. Next episode will probably be stats and awards for the entire season. This is a 32-man user league, so maybe you're interested to see how that would look like in a user league. I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a lot of picks, but that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays for non-Madden kind of playthroughs. Right now we're on Far Cry. Almost done with it. And that's about it. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!